Okay, cool. Then let's get started right now. Thank you all for coming to another amazing community call. We always start off with praise. I want to praise Heather for jumping in, and I just throw her on the spot every community call and never warned her about it. So major praise for playing along and being so good on the spot. I also want to praise. Oh, hey. Welcome to the party, Splash. Make sure to mute though. We're playing the praise game. Uh, and I also want to praise Amin and Cherik for being such good sports with with fixing some of the last minute updates on project ranking for Give Power. Big release this week. So exciting about that. So excited about that. I of course want to praise Lauren for doing all the work around the blog and the video and all of the Give economy stuff to make this launch such a huge success. She's working. I have to like beg her to come off the computer to hang out because she's so dedicated to working on Give economy. So major praise to Lauren. And I'll pass it to you, Lauren.
Oh, I have so much good praise and now I don't know where it is. I wanted to praise. Oh, I want to praise Mitch for all he does to support Give Power and the Give Economy development. He's always got my back when I'm overloaded with things. He executes super fast while thinking critically. He develops, writes, cat herds, manages. He's super amazing, and like I really couldn't do anything without Mitch. I also want to praise Griff for jumping in to Give Power with sage advice on outreach, comms, the user experience. He comes in when we need him, gives fast answers that make logical sense, and then have a huge impact. And then I have just tons more Give Power praise. I want to praise Amin, Carlos, Cherik, and Mohammed for working really hard on the Give Power development, addressing edge cases and last minute fixes fast and efficiently. And I have tons more, but I'm supposed to only give 3, so I will pass it to Almond.
To me, right? Thank you. I want to give major praise, of course, to Lauren for all the effort that she has been putting on the Give Power launch. I want to praise Danny Bell because she gave a great workshop to project owners around how to pimp their projects in order to be successful. And my last praise will go to Rodri because he did an amazing first design for the Griff podcast. And I want to pass it to Franco.
Sorry, I had to click two microphones. Hey everyone. I want to give a major praise to Lauren for all her work she's doing and everyone else that is working on Give Power and getting everything ready for the launch next week. I want to praise Danny Bell for a very, very, very amazing workshop that she gave yesterday. And I want to praise Almond for all the great work she's doing in communications and in community jobs and just taking on so many responsibilities. And I'll pass it to Mitch.
Thanks, Franco. I'd like to praise Griff for having a great one-on-one chat the other day. Just going over lots of really important topics for Giveth and the Giveth Galaxy, and it was just really great to keep each other updated. I want to praise Paul Glavin for all the work he does managing the water pool, which creates a ton of liquidity and builds partnerships for us with other value line projects on Gnosis Chain. And I want to praise Humberto and Anna for just being such overall major fans and power users of Giveth and supporting us, from donating to having a great project to supporting us on Twitter. And I will pass it on to Corey.
Hey, thanks. I'd like to first off praise the entire comms team for the concerted push around prepping communications for the Give Power launch next week. I want to praise Jake specifically for giving us quick feedback on the partner outreach docs, even when you have a million other things on your plate right now. And I'd like to praise Danny Bell on executing such a valuable workshop this week that's going to help projects on Giveth fundraise stronger. And the rest I will write in the channel. So we'll go ahead and pass this to Heather if you haven't gone yet.
Yeah, thank you. I want to praise Freshell for tuning into worked out accounting documents and calls. She's been really helpful with that. I want to praise Nico for his continued HR support. He makes my life so much easier and everyone else's lives easier. And then I want to praise Ahmad for his hiring, consulting, and helping me out there as well. And I will pass it to Santi.
Thank you, GM, everyone. I want to give praise to Lauren and Mitch for the 2 sessions that we had about Giveth. I also want to give praise to Jake for pushing forward to get Gift token listed on Zerion. And I want to give praise to Danny Bell for the workshop that she gave to how to raise money. And I'll pass it to Ramin.
Thank you, Sandy. Hello, guys. I praise Amin for preparing give back notification settings. I want to pray for upgrading next to the latest version. I praise Ali Reza for deploying the new notification settings and the notification dashboard design. I want to praise Monique for helping me updating and preparing for the community call, preparing the presentation. Praise Kai for helping me getting up the servers for the Twitter analytics dashboard. And also I want to praise Carlos and Mohammed, our backend guys, for their fast to my questions. I will to Tosin. Have you gone yet?
No, I've not gone yet. Hi, everybody. So I want to praise Mo for being a good partner and then, having valuable insights in the design working group. I want to praise Monique for being a good PM. I want to praise everybody for being here. So let's see. Passing to Ramin. Have you gone, Ramin?
Ramin passed it to you.
Tropical Mango.
Nice.
Hey guys, I want to praise the tokenomics team. So Almond, Mitch, and Lauren for a really great session. Very, very valuable. And I want to praise Jake for the token listing and also Almond just for all her marketing initiatives. And I will pass it to Let me see here. Splash.
I think he's server muted. Yeah.
Yeah, I just unmuted you. Hey Splash, if you're there, do you want to play the praise game? No. That's okay. But unmute, you can
Yes,
Yes.
I do. The only thing is I'm not sure how to do it.
It's super easy. If you know anyone in the community that did something that deserves some gratitude or something that you want to point out, you just say praise this person for doing that, and you can praise anybody.
Right. Yes, absolutely. And where shall I do that? Shall I do that on Twitter or that's the hashtag to use on Twitter?
Right here, right now.
Oh,
you
right,
just
yes.
say it.
Well, I know of an organization that brings educational Web3 workshops and sessions to women and non-binary people in Latin America. And their name is, shall I type it?
Sure. But usually we structure it like praise this person for doing this,
Okay.
But it's okay.
Right. I do praise her DAO Latam for helping women and non-binary people in Latin America enter the Web3 space.
Nice. Well done, Splash. Well done. Thanks for jumping in and being a sport and playing the game. It's it's not always easy. But now we'll pass it. I'll pass it on for you. Let's throw it over to Yas.
Thanks, Griff, GM, everyone. So this week I want to praise Mitch for actually going really beyond to explain the benefits of Radical into our upcoming projects with GiveFi, Give Downlines in such detail and clarity. It's really inspiring to work with people who put the effort and time in every little thing they do. So thanks a lot, Mitch. I really loved the explanation. And I want to praise Jake for being so hands-on with the token listing and having the first successes of getting us listed on several exchanges. And I want to praise Lauren and again Mitch for the amazing tokenomic essentials that they did for the second part. Always beneficial, always fruitful. Looking forward to more of them. That's it for my 3 praises. Passing it to Giant Skin. Oh, he's deafened. Then Kotabe.
Yay, thank you. So I also want to praise Lauren Mead for the amazing economic session. I want to praise Almon for organizing all these events. I think it's been very helpful for the community, both people that are working in and people that are outside of the core team. I want to praise Jazz and Jake for the wonderful Tropical Mango for the wonderful work that they're doing in the fundraising working group, and yeah, token listings and grants proposals, and just following up with everyone. That's amazing job, guys. Yeah, and I'll pass it to Tosin. Have you gone?
Tossin did go. I think Jake still needs to go, right?
I do. Thanks. Let's start it off by thanking and praising Mango and Yaz. They're doing incredible work. They're going to extend our runway so that even a Give Boeing 777 can take off. Secondly, I want to give my praise to Mitch and Lauren. I know they're very shy, but when they get on those tokenomic calls, they really release everything, and it's just amazing to hear that. And then lastly, I want to give praise to GiveComs instead of Give Power, because they're really blasting everything that has to do with Give Power right now, and it's going to be an amazing success. So I will pass it to Heather.
Oh, it was a nice try, but there's 2 people who just snuck in, and they're the only ones who are left. So Jay Olwani and Parfait, get ready to praise. Parfait, do you have any praise? I know you've done this one before. Parfait Mugisha? Oh no. Oh no! No. Oh yes! Ooh, we can't hear you though. Maybe your internet's not quite good enough for this one. What about Jay Olwenyi? Sorry, I'm probably butchering your name. So sorry about that. But do you have any praise to dish?
Not really. Hello.
Okay. Hello, welcome to the call. Cool. If you don't have any praise to dish, no worries. We can just keep this party going. And oh man, I was using the wrong slide deck. Okay. Let's just jump into community call 141. Welcome to the party, and we're gonna have a good one. Normally, as always, you just experience praise. We dish the top 3 praises of the week verbally here to tell everyone what's going on. It's kind of a way to do decentralized updates. But if you want, you can actually dish out give tokens by writing the praise down in any channel in Discord. /praise this person for doing that. And it's a cool way for us to reward our community who are active and present in the Giveth system and making magic happen. There are some big announcements today. Maybe I can. We have this Give Power launch on Tuesday, which we're actually announcing. Hopefully everything is working when we get there. And maybe I can pass it to you, Almond, to talk about the Twitter Space and the workshop.
Sure. On Wednesday at 9 a.m. Central Time and 4 p.m. Central European Time, Lauren, Corey, and Mitch will jump into a Twitter space answering some questions regarding Give Power. So please jump in and join and support them. Is a big party for the Give Power launch, so it would be very cool if everyone jump in. And then just right after the Twitter space, we have a workshop on Discord that's going to happen in our regular AMA space, but it's going to be a space just dedicated to Give Power. If someone has more questions or want to try it or want to add some comments, this is going to be a more intimate space for people to join and celebrate the Give Power launch. And back to you, Griff.
Thanks, Salman. Yeah, and some other interesting announcements. Gnosis Chain is actually about to merge. It's like the Ethereum merge for Gnosis Chain. So they're decentralizing their system, and they already have a beacon chain that has been running for a long time, and now it's going to be the consensus layer for Gnosis. This is exactly what happened in Ethereum, so it's super cool. Gnosis Chain is now going to be one of the most decentralized chains out there, EVM chains. And because of this, though, right now, all the bridges are closed. So the XDAI bridge, the Omni bridge, these things are closed down. They will open back up soon after the merge, once everything is cool. But out of a lot of caution, they closed the bridge just to make sure that there's no funny business during this very critical upgrade. And of course, remember, giving season is here. This is our time to shine. So make sure to get out there and see people. I've never seen so many projects request verification. I'm sure that our Communitas group will talk about that. There's just a lot of activity out there, so make sure to be extra active during this week. Let's jump into the working group section and the community circle. I think we can throw it to you, Corey, for comms.
Thanks, Griff. Yeah, so we got some exciting updates in comms this week. Just to start off, Lauren and Griff both spoke, also with, I believe, Tamara, also from the Common Stack, spoke last weekend at the Transformative Impact Summit, joining a conversation with others about how do we fund impact at scale. The recordings are up on YouTube, so you can catch the full conversation at the link provided here. And also, we have the recording live for last week's Give Talk, which was about, give that a chance to load for a second. Yeah, which was about the Giveth House, which was with Griff and Franco and ETH Gathering friends sharing stories about the Giveth House and the history of the house in Barcelona. This is actually a really, really fun one to check out. So yeah, the recording is up now. So if you weren't able to attend live, you can listen in now. And also, yeah, briefly, we also had Alman and Kotabe. They talked about fundraising on Giveth in a Twitter space with Urbanica as the host. There's not a recording for this one, but great job, guys. Praise to the both of you for leading that. And if you didn't catch it, we've already referenced it a few times today, but great job. Danny Bell, our very own Danny Bell, actually hosted a workshop this week called Pimp Your Project. And this was about teaching projects about how they can tell a better story to achieve their fundraising goals on the Giveth DApp. So super, super valuable because, as we all know, impactful storytelling is a big component to achieving fundraising goals. And then also quick update on Givebacks round 24 is already out. So I'll give you a second there to click on the link with a special POAP, of course. So make sure to go claim your give if you donated in this last round. It's ready to go. And And then also, Mitch and Lauren led this week's Giveth Essentials Tokenomics Fundamentals Part 2, which was super informative, packed with great information in there. You can check out the Notion site for all of the notes and the recording link as well. If you're still in this learning curve on tokenomics, this is a great one to check out. You can watch it a couple of times. And also, you guys did a great job, I have to say, with checking in with the group that joined in advance to find out, what people really want to hone in on. So you provided a lot of value there, I think. And for this week, the comms team has been working very hard, of course, preparing support materials for the Give Power launch coming up next week. And we officially kicked off Give Power partner outreach. This is the first step in letting our network know how they can best support us next week. So that's really exciting. We're starting to get the word out, and we're getting very close to launch. And to that point, finally, we've decided to host a Give Power launch party for next week. So make sure to save the date. We're actually hijacking our own comms call and opening it up to everyone to join us to spread the word the moment that we launch. So save the date and save the time. It's December 13th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, fingers crossed. Join us in the comms call, and we're gonna make it a party. And then coming up soon, of course, we've got the launch next week. We're still working on some really cool infographics and finalizing this roadmap blog post. And we've got, as already mentioned, the next Give talk coming up next week, which is going to be supporting the Give Power launch. So save that time for December 14th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's it from comms. I'll go ahead and pass this off to the Communitas working group. Not sure if Ashley's taking it.
I'm going to take it. Thank you, Corey.
Sure.
So some important things to mention. All the Communitas thing happen every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Time. And then we have important updates. We were discussing if it would be good for Giveth to attend the Davos event, which was going to be happening during the World Economic Forum. Important to mention that. The Davos team just posted an update mentioning that they are having discussions about pushing the event a little bit forward to next year. So they're having a community call today at 11 a.m. Central Time. If you want to join, the link is in the Giveth forum post regarding Davos. Important conversations about changing the name or rescheduling the event are going to happen today. And then Give Power. Give Power is launching next week, as you already know. And I'm gathering questions from the Giveth community to add to the script for the Twitter space. Thank you, Rochelle, Ahmad, Santi, that you already throw me your questions. Is great to have all these doubts to talk about them and answer them next week. So if you have questions, please reach out to me so I can add them to the script. And then Giveth will be Panvala's first network chapter, which this is pretty cool. This basically means that verified projects on Giveth will be able to claim stamps for funding through Giveth without being part of the Panvala League. So Giveth will also get a portion of all funding raised by its projects as a network. So Panvala team is going to be talking today, actually in the community spotlight, about this partnership, which is very exciting. And then Giveth Essentials. We had a great session this week, and I'll be reaching out everyone to ask you for feedback around the next sessions that I believe will be happening next year. So please reach out. Which topics would you like to learn about? More tokenomics, more bonding curves, voting mechanisms. So please let me know. And last, we have a new project cooking right now to make a podcast in partnership with the Hertz Radio in Spanish. So because we know that there's a big community Spanish speakers that are into the region space and love Giveth, we want to reach out to them. So Kotabe and Miguel and myself and Mango are working on the effort to reach out Spanish speakers and share the Giveth content to them as well. And yeah, don't forget that we have a highly decorated gravity team. So if you have any conflicts witnessed in the community, please fill this dog that you can find in this deck. And of course, if you're a graviton interested in getting more involved, DM to Nicola. And I'll pass it to the next working group.
Man, that mute button is always tough. Yeah, so Platform Circle and the development working group gets to kick it off, but you guys always switch it up. Who's taking it today?
I'm going to take in it.
Nice.
Yeah, hello guys. It's Ramin from the development working group. I'm here today to present you what we have done in the last week. Most important updates are the notification settings. Amin is working on the backend side to merge the events on the backend. It's still in progress. The give economy part is still in progress, and the other parts is completed, mostly integrated with backend. The testing is still going on, and Mariam is working on it, is testing. Also, we have new read menu and these policies that are implemented and deployed. And about Give Power boosting, we have a release next week on Monday, I think. We will have a release for Give Power boosting and fiat integration. It's still ongoing. Their integration with backend is almost done. About the recurring donations is still the research is going on. And on the backend side, we added redundant states to notification settings and also default values for notifications. Give Power testing API is on staging. Also, we have some improving performance with the backend queries, and also project updates are ready for listing the listing query for listing the project updates. On the front end side, the app is upgraded to Next.js version 13. Also, cub is form is fixed now. Notification settings new design is implemented on the front end. And also we are working on Zerions and Uniswap to for Give token to be listed on that. And also notification settings, the read-only states are implemented on the front end and merged and integrated with the backend. And on the next slide, we have our roadmap link here. Please check the link of our roadmap. We have our sync call Mondays, 15 Central European time. You can join our sync call and also view our roadmap. You can request changes on roadmap and prioritize the roadmap. We have a token log app that you can vote on the roadmap, and also you can suggest yours. What's going on next is about multi-level accounts. The design is almost ready, and we are going to start implementing in the next week. Project activity update feed. Backend is almost ready, and the design team will start working on it soon. Also about refactoring project form, the analysis has been started, and the design team will start taking care of it soon. I will pass it back to Griff.
Thanks so much, Ramin. Great to see you take on one of these calls. Next is actually Lauren for the Give Economy Working Group. Take it away.
Yeah, cool. Okay, Give Economy Working Group. There are so many Give Economy calls. It's very hard to keep track of them. There's a grants, a fundraising call. There's a dev call, a research call. There's the GiveFi call, which is later this afternoon on bi-weekly basis. Keep an eye on the Giveth calendar if you want to know when all these calls are. Next slide. So as everybody's mentioned, the Give Power launch is coming on Tuesday. We've been doing a bunch of outreach, and we're working on like a really last-minute quick fix on updating the projected rank. Basically, we want to make it so that when you boost a project, you can see an immediate response that like, ooh, the rank is going to be like affected. So Amin has prepared a PR, and I'm haggling Carlos to look at it now, and hopefully that's going to be up and running really soon. And other than that, everything's looking really, really good from the DAP perspective. Like for Give Power, everything's looking really great. We've already started all the outreach. The video is going to be ready hopefully by tomorrow. Also doing a lot of like last minute coordination with Gray Machine, but I'm excited. Next will be delegation. We're going to be working on the flow for delegating your Give Power to a representative, and also maybe delegating your Give Garden power and your token log voting power and all kinds of delegation, and how much delegation can we put in one box. Regen Farms is getting a makeover. So Dawson has put together an awesome makeover design for that, but we basically want to just like change the way that Regen Farms is looking, because a lot of things have come up since we've been launching Regen Farms. Give Drop is going to end December 24th. So homepage makeover is still incoming. Notification center, sunsetting Giveth Trace, all these things we're talking about in the Give Economy dev call. The Giveth Trace bridge has been paused, which is kind of exciting. Some recent developments on that. On the research side of things, Give Economy research side of things, in our Give Economy research call, we had a presentation by Hedgie, which is this like cool NFT thing where you can like have Give tokens locked in NFTs, and then you can burn the NFTs and release the Give tokens. And it's a really interesting strategy for like kind of combining like NFTs with like attracting investors. So that was cool. And if you're interested in that, join the Give Economy research calls. The HODL vault is live, and there's a bunch of Give Ichi UniV3 liquidity. One weird, unfortunate thing is that the routing isn't working properly, but they're working on a fix with cow swap and all kinds of interesting things going on there. You can earn like 15% by adding your Give in there as well. Also, we talked about Give endowments, and we talked about using idle funds in our multi-sigs to perhaps generate a yield, but hoping that that it's not going to take more time than we're actually able to gain back in the yield. The next thing after Give Power launch, we'll be integrating the PFP collection into calculating the ranks. So we're going to be revisiting that as soon as Give Power launches on Tuesday. Budget box, if you haven't tested it, the link is still in there. We didn't really talk about it in the Give Economy research call this week, but I think it's a really cool thing that will add another dimension to the way that we're calculating ranks for Giveth projects. Also, Jake has been working really hard on, and others have been working really hard on getting Give token listed on various dexes. So like Claros, Uniswap, Kyber, Zerion has gone through. CowSwap isn't going to work, and also not 1inch. That's the X was there on purpose. and Trust Wallet. So the X's are there for oh, we tried and it's not going to happen. And then if there's no X's, they're either pending except for Zerion, which has actually gone through. And I'm actually going to pass it to Yas to give a little bit of updates of what's going on in the grants and fundraising side of things.
Thanks, Lauren. Sure. So a lot is happening there, and it's in that chart. It's basically arranged in terms of active, prepping, and kind of waiting to be submitted. In terms of what we've already submitted and we're waiting for feedback, is Phantom, Polygon, Radical, Moonbeam. And pretty much with Phantom, Polygon, and Moonbeam, the idea is to add them to the chain. And we are requesting sizable grants for them. Radical is a little bit of a different story. It seems that we can actually make quite a useful case of their drips in many of our upcoming projects in Giveth. like GiveFi, Give Diamonds, and so on. And the grant size is also sizable. We are quite close in terms of getting a feedback or the final answer from them. So keep your fingers crossed. It might be the first one coming in. Polygon is also under review. The grant size is kind of small, but we made a unique proposal that we want to create quite a sizable LP with them when adding them to the chain and bribing the projects if they're going to be onboarded on Polygon. So we should hear from them also, I hope, next week. With Moonbeam, similar, it's under review. They really liked the case and the call. We're having follow-up calls with them. Phantom, they're actually part of the Gitcoin grants, and they should publicize it and have it open for voting on 12th. We will keep everyone posted. It might need some public exposures as well. What we are preparing, it's a Celo, Avalanche. Those are also part of being added to our chains. With Chainlink, there might be an interesting possibility that we could actually automate the distribution of the givebacks and maybe possibly fetching real-time prices upon donations. Still under discussion how we could make the proposal with them, but it could be something big. With Molotov and Metacartel, I would like to do a general fundraising with them, with Hedgie, which Lauren mentioned earlier, through NFTs. It, in my opinion, could have some big impact if it works with these two, and we can really build a case upon that. What's interesting and what it could also take off the ground quite nicely is the grants with Gnosis, Game 7, Optimism, and the main idea behind all of those is that for the first time, we would actually like to offer the white label Giveth to them. Our first trial will be with Gnosis, and if that takes off, I think we have a long-term future with offering our white label dApp to more and more platforms. And you might have seen we have the new pitch deck. If you want to take a look at it, just go to giveth.io/deck. The mobile version is not very friendly, but Ramin is helping me to make it friendly and usable as well on mobile. I think back to you, Griff.
Sure, I can take it. Just remember, unless Lauren has any final words. So yeah, just amazing work in the Give Economy side. Huge launch next week. The next community call, Give Power will be live. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm always scared when we actually announce launch dates. That's crazy. But I'm sure we'll make it. So yeah, let's pass it over to the design working group. Are you taking it, Tossin?
Yes, I'm taking it. Hi, everybody. So finally, the multi-level account is actually done. We've actually concluded issues on backward compatibility, and then we've actually created onboarding flow for current users to actually understand what is going on and the new things we've actually introduced into them interacting with the account and interacting with Giveth. So it's done and actually ready to deploy currently. And then we are working on the SDG donations pilot. So basically, we are trying to create an SDG payment steps for projects that actually, request fiat payment. And we're trying to integrate the payment plugin to project's donation page. So now there are a lot of the informations to actually pass across to users. So we're trying to find a way to integrate this while onboarding users seamlessly, and then basically guiding them in how to actually donate using fiat on the platform. And then the Radiant Farm design is still ongoing. I think there's still a back and forth between Lauren and I, and then we're trying to see what works best. And hopefully we have that sorted out soon. And now for we're actually working on project activity stuff to actually let people know more about recently updated projects. So basically, we are creating a specified place on the platform where we could show a feed of most recent project updates. So we are having, I think basically to actually provide value to the community, and then donors and even users can just keep up with the latest activities from projects, which will actually inform users on what is going on this particular project more. And it will also in a way encourage projects to actually stay active, because everybody can actually see a regular update. So, and we are also working on a standardized project format template. So now the idea is to actually include new tabs on the project page with the following categories, like we're introducing about us, we're introducing the mission, the gallery, social links, web links, and then and like a question ask, like how much funding are they looking to receive, like the funding goal, and just general updates. So I think with this, so we'll have like a general template for each working on this, and then having it out there for everybody to see. And then finally, like we always say, there are myriads of ways we could still improve the platform further. So if you have any suggestions, or if you notice anything that's not working as it should, please just drop a message on the design working group, or just send a message to Mo or me personally, and then we'll take it up from there. Thank you, and I'll pass to Griff for giving our side.
Thanks, Tossin. Yeah, I'll take it for the governance working group. Let's just jump into everyone's favorite, vacations. So lots of people taking time off. Mateo, Mohammed, and Ashley are all taking today off, and Mateo and Mohammed are taking tomorrow off. So that's really nice. Giant Kin's got some halftime next week. Lauren's hoping to take off the end of the year, which is super cool. 2 weeks off, well deserved. And Claire is also taking off some time at the end of the year. Franco, Mitch, and Ahmad. Yeah. Ooh, Ahmad's got a little baby there, so that's exciting. I don't know, Ahmad, do you want to say anything about that since I see you here?
Yeah, so my wife is actually expecting any day now. So yeah, super exciting. I'll let you guys know as soon as I have any news. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Super exciting. It's gonna be a boy.
It's gonna be a boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's so exciting.
Thanks, guys. I love you guys. Thanks.
Congrats, Ahmad. Congrats.
Thanks so much.
So, man, tough act to follow that, huh? Let's just, but I guess we can talk about the forum posts. There actually wasn't that much going on in the forum more than last week. So, there's of course action on working with this conference in Latin America and onboarding their attendees to our platform, which would be super cool. There's updates on the Davos that was already mentioned. Claire is working on this interactive map to show projects off. That's super cool if you want to follow that. Franco's been working with Nucleus and I think Santi too, to connect, to get us a DAO debit card, which would be amazing to interface with the real world through a debit card. There's still whether or not we should get this LinkedIn software is being debated on the forum. If you want to be a member of our bug bounty committee and review potential vectors of attack that people submit to us, you join the committee. There's also updates on Budget Box about it being renamed, and so that'll be fun. And of course, Ahmad's amazing work on getting referrals to the platform. There's some, definitely check out that forum post. And actually, Heather, I don't know, do you have any updates on the hiring front?
Yeah, so we have 2 open positions right now. They're both at General Magic. The first one is the Director of Technology and Services, and that is a more senior level role with at least 5 years of experience doing dev work and project management. And this is a person who is going to be like a core team lead of General Magic. So this is definitely a high stakes role. We also have the non-technical co-founder of Praise. There you go. And this is a person with a more entrepreneurial spirit, a person who has experience doing doing grant writing, fundraising, business strategy, and a person who can really put life to a great product that the Common Stack has created. And what else about this one? Yeah, just yeah, I think I said everything that I need to say about this one. And generally, if you know any person who could be outstanding in this role, please have them contact me. And just in general, if you enjoy working with someone who has popped onto our Twitter Spaces or Discord, and whether it's like design or project onboarding, and they've just been helpful, please contact me and I can herd cats and see if we can bring them to the team or if we need more support in those areas. So I will pass it back to Griff.
Thanks. Yeah, and I'm gonna sling it over to Mitch for the DAO working group.
Thanks, Griff. Yeah, DAO working group. So we have our sync on Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central European. And yeah, moving to the next slide. It is a slow week for governance. Notables, you're all awesome. And I'm so happy on your news, Ahmad. That's great. But in the DAOs, not much to report. In the NR Give, we just passed the votes to send out round 23 givebacks, 24. I don't know what we're at now. A lot. Give Garden, nothing to show there. All empty. Multi-sigs, just the one up there to claim our safe tokens airdrop on the Giveth matching multi-sig. And we can also take a gander at token log. Oh, Griff's gonna go sign it right now. He's like, oh yeah, I'm on it. In the token log, we got some more action. That's really awesome. Give power boosting, obviously, people want to get it done. Some new things here for me, actually. Project activity feed. What the heck? Giveth referral program, multi-level accounts, project discussions, project refactoring and updated project pages. Okay, Fiat integration, Giveth analytics, HODL and Give, I18 integration. Wow, GiveFi is all the way down there. Man, I got to get some more Give and vote on that, man. This doesn't seem right. Anyway, so that's up. Wow, the PFP is all the way down there. What is going on with you people? Jeez. Wow. Anyway, if you are interested in seeing a feature get built, look at me, I'm the only voter, huh? If you want something to get built, put in your signals here. These are all the issues that have been vetted by our product managers. And if you really feel strongly about something, jump in here and vote. You can use your Give or wrapped G-Give tokens on Gnosis chain to participate in token log. And I believe that is it for the DAOs. And we can pass it to Griff to introduce the spotlight.
Thanks, Mitch. Yeah, I'm so happy to introduce Paul and Naran. I think almost everyone in this call knows Paul and Naran from Panvala. Panvala is one of our closest connections in the crypto space. We love Panvala. They're doing the same kind of thing that Giveth is doing and have been doing it for way longer. It's really an incredible community over there at Panvala. And so, I'll let you guys introduce yourselves and tell us what's going on with this awesome partnership program that we're going to embark on. Oh, I muted Neuron earlier. My bad. Let me just...
No problem. That was partially my fault. Hey, everybody. Paul, do you want to take it or do you want me to kick it off?
You can kick it off.
All right. Hello, Giveth. We're super happy to be here, specifically because of kind of the historic part of Panvala's evolution that Giveth is part of. So I'm going to start with what we do with Panvala, just to give people a little refresher. Then I'm going to go to where you fit in, and then I'm going to talk about where we go from here. So first, what we do with Panvala. What we do with Panvala is we aim to shift every marketing dollar in our economy to flow into the budgets of communities. Communities are DAOs. Communities are groups of people in the real world coming together, like arts groups, nonprofits, clubs, churches, whatever you want to think of, like people's community groups. That's what we're talking about. We want their budgets to increase. And communities are also projects. Things like a lot of the projects raising funds on Giveth, those are all communities to us. We believe that every dollar in our economy spent on marketing should go into the budgets of these communities. It's not some sort of far-fetched, wishful thinking sort of exercise. Literally, it's just we are not organized to make this happen, and we're trying to organize the world to make this happen. It is a no-brainer. So to think about what our movement looks like, think about how the labor movement worked. The labor movement was aiming to show people that workers had power. It did not create power for workers. Workers were always powerful. It's just that they did not know how to use their power together to get the better working conditions, the better pay, etc. So organizers went company by company, organizing workers and showing them how to use their power together. That is what we're doing with Panvala. We're not giving you a new power. You already have the power to take every marketing dollar and make it flow into your community. We just want to organize you and teach you how to make it happen. The way we do that is with Panvala stamps. Basically, you think the action that shifts value in our economy is collecting these stamps. What these are is another way for companies to actually market to people. And what they're doing is, instead of trying to get ads in front of as many faces as possible, what they're trying to do is get stamps in front of as many communities as possible. So they know that by shopping with their company, or using this company's product, or signing up for this company's product, that you can actually earn money for your community. And that's how they're going to spend their marketing dollars instead. The more people we organize to collect stamps in this way, the more, when a company is making their budget for how they spend their marketing dollars, that they're going to say, okay, we should spend more on stamps because that's actually getting us more customers in the door. That's all that's happening here. We aim to organize you to shift marketing dollars in our economy by collecting stamps. So that's what we do with Panvala. We want to, literally every single marketing dollar, we want to shift where it goes. None of them should go to Google. None of them should go to Facebook. They should all go to communities. It is not a dream. It's something you already have the power to do, and we want to teach you how to do it. So that's where we are. Where Giveth fits in is in the evolution of the structure of Panvala. So before now in Panvala, there was basically one big Panvala with 90 communities in it, primarily Web3 communities. And what we've changed is organizing as chapters. So instead of thinking of it as one big Panvala, thinking of it as many Panvalas with their own set of communities, their own set of sponsors that those communities want to collect stamps from, and the individuals collecting stamps from those sponsors, thinking of multiple copies of that rather than one big thing. So now in Panvala, there is a Web3 chapter that has most of our pre-existing communities. There's also a Giveth chapter that has every community that has a project on Giveth. And then expanding from there to have local chapters in each city, thinking of a New York chapter, a Denver chapter, an Austin chapter. That is the way our movement grows, to plug in more communities and plug in more sponsors that those communities can collect stamps from, and grow the movement with many different kinds of chapters. So Giveth is the first chapter within Panvala, and what that means is that basically, rather than the projects that are participating, rather than them interacting with me and the Panvala core team, effectively Giveth is Panvala to the communities on Giveth. That is, we're not trying to take your communities and bring them to Panvala. We are trying to give you Panvala so you can embed it into Giveth's culture, so that when your communities aim to find more ways to raise funds. It's just obvious that you want to show them how to do Panvala, because again, they already have the power to do Panvala. It does not come from us. You're just showing them what we showed you, plugging them into the tools that we have to help people collect more stamps and shift more marketing dollars in our economy.
Hey, quick question, Niran, like, and maybe this is to Paul, but what's the next step for us? So like, what do we have to do?
I'll let Paul take that.
Yeah, for sure. So as of this Monday, the proposal to the Panvala League to accept Giveth as a network chapter passed. So as of now, it's officially Giveth is the first network chapter for Panvala. So next steps are to do a publicly launch this campaign, basically. So Alman and I are going to work together on announcements and materials that will show Giveth verified projects how they can redeem stamps, and we'll create Giveth specific stamp forms that Giveth verified projects will use to redeem stamps. And then as soon as we have that date set and we have all the materials ready, then we'll let the world know, and especially let the Giveth projects know how they can raise money this way. So the other nice part about Giveth being a network project is that Giveth is going to be getting a portion of the stamp fees that are getting collected by its own communities. So this is also a new funding source for Giveth itself, and we have it set that 10% of stamp funding that Giveth verified projects redeem will go to Giveth itself.
That is so cool. So who are you working with most closely on this, Paul?
Almond Almond and Ashley are helping us, and they have official titles too. They're the guide and the supporting guide for the Giveth network chapter.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and they have been super helpful. So
Well,
yeah,
this is-
if anyone has questions on this, we have a Panvala Stamps channel in the Giveth Discord, and so people can hop in there and chime in.
That's fantastic. Well, but we've hit the top of the hour, and so this is where we gotta end it. Thank you, Niran. Thank you, Paul, for coming in, and thank you for all your great work at Panvala. I'm so excited to see us shifting away from Google Ads and Facebook ads and getting that money in the hands of communities. It makes a lot of sense. It should have been done a long time ago, but it hasn't been done. Thank you guys for making that happen. And thank you all for coming to the 141st community call of Giveth, and I'll see you at 142.